What's going on, everyone? I'm Trayvon Miles alongside Mr. Jeff Harris.
And welcome into Trey, the Delmarva Sports Insider.
That's exactly right. The only show giving you in-depth analysis to all local sports here on the shore. We got a jam-packed show, of course, coming up in tonight's episode. North Carolina, one of two final teams left in the state. We will show you and update you on how the Bulldogs are doing in their quest for their first title in over 30 years.
Now, we also had some girls action this week, including St. Thomas More, who made a pretty special semifinal appearance taking on Caravel.
And the 2018 MEAC tournament is officially over. We'll tell you how your University of Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks did down in Norfolk. Welcome to the show you know and love, Delmarva Sports Insider. Of course, Jeff, it's championship week, man. It's already
fantastic
upon us, man. Here in Maryland and Delaware, a bunch of our teams going for state championships. Of course, we will begin this day with Stephen Decatur, who won their third straight regional championship last week. They had the tall task, though, on Thursday for a rematch in the state semifinal with probably the best public school in the state, Baltimore Poly. Exactly right. A team that ended Decatur's season a year ago. Of course, this is the second season in a row these teams would match up in state semis early on. Decatur getting going. Kevon Voiles opening up the scoring, gets the foul and one right there. How about that start? Poly striking back. Raheem Ali driving through the lane. He's going to get the layup to go. Poly up 21-9 after the first. Decatur trying to stay in it. How about Ryan Danher getting one underneath the basket to go?
Nice post
Poly
move.
Would still be up 19 at the half. Second half, it just turned into a dunk show. Why not? Justin Lewis just got offered by Maryland, and this guy is something else. Demetrius Mims becomes the all-time leading scorer in Baltimore Poly history on that windmill dunk right there. Decatur trying to come back and fighting hard in this one. Voiles with the short floater from the free throw line. He had 19 in what would be his final game. The Seahawks come within 15, but Mims and the Engineers just too much there as Poly goes on to beat Decatur 68-46 for a second year in a row in the semifinal game.
It's been great. I mean, each year, day in and day out, Coach preached to us that we can compete for a state championship, and we one of the top 4 teams every single year. And I just want to thank him as a coach. He's been phenomenal. I gave him my all each and every game. He told me to. And I just want to thank him.
Love you, boy.
Good stuff right there, man.
Some great stuff there. You see a lot of emotion. And, of course, we will see Kevon Voiles next year at UMES, so right up the road. So not the last we're going to see him. But, Trey, we had some games over in Delaware this week. The defending state champ Smyrna taking on Sanford in a Dsi A state semifinal. Now, Eagles senior Caleb Matthews warming up, and after being named the Delaware Gatorade Player of the Year, so not a shabby award there for the senior, but early first half, Hassan Perkins somehow able to lob one up to the freshman Nanana Njoku, who slams it home with some authority. Smyrna, though, would keep it close. Isaiah Wilson finds Nalik Beasley-Johnson down low for the easy lay-in, but to end the first half, things turned into the Jair Davis show. Davis showing some range, knocking down a 3 from the top of the arc. Then off the missed layup, Davis is there for the putback. Emphatic two-handed jam. Smyrna would trail by 8 at the half. Second half, though, and the Eagles look like a different team. All tied up in the fourth, and Jameer Garnett would follow up his own miss, laying it back in to give Smyrna the 2-point lead. Eagles would extend their lead to 4, but Davis forces the issue down the lane, finishing up top to cut the lead in half, but it would be too little too late. Check it out. Smyrna rumbles back in the second half, topping Sanford 47-45 and advancing to take on St. Elizabeth in the Dsi A state title game.
I think that was probably my toughest game in 4 years that we've had to play. We played hard for four quarters. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but we defended, especially in the fourth quarter. We made some big plays defensively and made enough shots to win it on offense.
It was pretty tough. They're some good athletes. I mean, they're competitive. We're competitive, and you know we can't. They're big. They're big. You know, so it was a big time. It was a big time game, and we just battled till the end.
So the Eagles taking on 9 seeds St. Elizabeth for a shot at a second straight state title. They come out eagled up. Caleb Matthews picking up where he left off for the 3. A little later, it's the transfer. Greg Bloodsworth knocking one down. Eagles out to an early lead in this one, but St. E's literally just hanging around in this game. They hung around all day today. Jordan Brown finding some space in the lane. He gets the short J to go. Smyrna still ahead 5 at the half. Second half, we thought Smyrna might pull away. There's the big man, Jameer Garnett. JG tied for a team-high 16 points, but late in the third, the Vikings go on a run. Listen to this name, Guy DiBonaventura, hitting one. That gave St. E's their first lead in the second half. And then in the fourth, all St. E's in this one. Nasir Brown taking his man off the bounce.
That's a nice move.
Pretty move right there. St. E's up 2 possessions with under a minute to go. Smyrna goes in desperation mode. Matthews taken to the bucket. No foul called on that shot. No foul called for Garnett. Smyrna forced to foul. And look at that. The 9th seed sneaks one out. St. Elizabeth
what a win.
Capturing their first state title in school history with a 60-49 win.
It's a tough pill to swallow, but in the end, it's those type of situations make people better in life. they understand how to battle through adversity, understand that not everything goes your way. So in the end, like I know it hurts now, but at least we had the experience of being here. There's a lot of other basketball teams that didn't get this far, so I'm proud of them.
Wow, so we didn't expect that at all. The 9th seed knocking off the defending state champion, but that's what happens. That's why you play the game.
That's why you play the game. That's why you go out there. Of course, we saw Smyrna leading heading into half, and then St. E's coming back, making this one a game. And
exactly right.
You can't rely on foul calls in order to win the game, and that's exactly what we saw. So congrats to St. E's. But we're going to transition back, kind of flip-flopping, back to Maryland in the Class 2A semifinal last night, featuring North Carolina. This one taking place at College Park, UMD. Joey Adams and the North Carolina Bulldogs in their first state semifinal since 1987, or 1989 rather. The Dogs would jump in front early. Adams misses a 3 from the corner, but grabs his own rebound and finds Jamie and Franklin down low for the putback. Hawks, though, would answer. Jaden Martin with the strong drive to the rack, which does not go down. No worries, though. OJ Okoju is there to clean up the trash. Adams, though, check this out, finds his form, eyes up his defender, steps back, and knocks down the corner triple. Riverhill, though, would go up after the first quarter by a pair. Here's how it happened. Off an Adams turnover, just past half court, Martin comes up with the steal and cruises in for 2. Second quarter, Tynez Warner has his shot blocked deep in the lane, but look who's there. Franklin grabs the rebound, and yeah, check out that little flex there, showing off his muscles. The Hawks would retake the lead heading into the locker room. Martin finding some space inside the paint. You saw him knock down that short jumper. But in the second, NC would go on a 13-3 run. Adams finding David Bailey Jr. and then Adams off the inbounds pass, knocking down a triple from the wing. He would finish with 31 on the night as North Carolina takes it 62-48.
I love it. Everybody, we were the underdogs. I mean, I love it. Nobody wanted to be with us when we were losing, but when it came down to crunch time, we started winning. Everybody started hopping. So, I mean, I love it. I love the underdog, man. The MVP, that has nothing to do with anything. Overrated, nothing. I just want to win, man. I just want to state.
Now, you heard what he said. That effort propelled North Carolina to the state title game where they are right now, currently taking on Lake Clifton. Jonah Restuccio is there live, and he has more. Hey, Jonah.
Hey, Trey, Jeff, what is going on? Live here at the Xfinity Center on the campus of College Park. Right now, North Carolina tied up 54-54 with Lake Clifton. It's a barn burner, just over 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. For the Bulldogs, Joey Adams has been unconscious. 26 points for him so far, and he's only heating up. At least 5 threes on the game. North Carolina, though, had the 6-point lead at the half, but the Lakers slowly chipping back. They had a 2-point lead after the third quarter, and now, like I said, 54-54. They're coming out of a timeout right now, just over 3 minutes ago. And if you take a look over here, I'm not sure if you can see, but I think all of Caroline County is here supporting North Carolina and their Bulldogs. Now, it's going to be a barn burner throughout the rest of the game, so be sure you stay tuned with us right here on 47 ABC. I'm going to have a live hit coming up just a little bit later, 10-15 minutes from now, wrapping up the game, and you can see who's taking home the Class 2A boys basketball state title. But Jeff, Trey, I'm going to send it back to you into the studio, reporting from the Xfinity Center, live, Jonah Restuccio, 47 ABC.
Man, 3 minutes left, Tied ball game.
3 minutes left, tied
Where
ball
else
game.
would you rather be?
For Joey Adams, these are the types of moments he has to live for as a senior.
Man.
You saw the confidence in his voice last night during that press conference.
That is awesome.
This is the situation that he wants to be in. So 26 points. Let's see if he can add to it down the stretch.
Exactly what I'm talking about. North Carolina looking for their first state championship since 1987. Of course, it would be the first time the North has won a state championship since 1999. So hopefully they can get that going.
Hopefully they can pull that one out. And of course, as Jonas said, we will be checking in with him a little bit later on for an updated score. It should be final at that point. And then again, we'll have highlights coming up later on tonight on the CW and of course on 47 ABC. But it's time to hit our first break. But Trey, when we return, we're going to kind of transition over to the girls' side as the state semis in Maryland and Delaware kicked off this week. Keep it right here. You're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider.
I am Kevon Boyles from Stephen Decatur High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.